Air Force F-16s flying overhead. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank them for their service. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Hey everybody, welcome back, and welcome back from FLITE Fest. It was a really fun trip, as these events usually are. I believe that the flight line was a roaring success, had lots of really nice people say what things were good, what things were bad. Overall, I think the consensus is that it was a step more like a leap in the right direction over previous years. Without a doubt, probably the best FLITE Fest experience that I've had in memory, with the exception of the first year. It always will have that special something about meeting people for the first time and making the foundation for those friendships. So what happened? The runway. The runway has always been a hit and miss. Not necessarily because of the field conditions, more or less because of the tractor. The tractor that went over the field, if you look down, the knobs on this tractor were like small bricks and left impressions in. So needless to say, I did try to fly the Corsair. So I decided to try to fly off of the grass at the far east end of the field. And being the builder that I am, I built the tail gear light. I have a nose weight issue as it is, and the tail gear broke. The airplane, as I tried to take off, the landing gear failed, and I am currently rebuilding it. So I've built a little shock absorber. This spar piece I've made out of steel. This is really what was wrong, why I didn't fly the Corsair. One of the things that I talked about in my pre-FLITE Fest video is how I really encourage people to walk up and down the camping lines, not just the flight line, but the camping lines. And I think that some people did that, and I feel like the majority of people did not, but that's okay. One of the things that made me think about this and want to talk about it a little bit is that I had a fantastic time at FLITE Fest. I met a lot of really great people on the flight line volunteering there. And to be clear, I was at my campsite most of the morning. My shift was around 1:30 in the afternoon, and I worked all the way until 8 o'clock in the evening. And I stayed there, and I had a few people stop by. I had lots of people talk to me, hey, where's your Corsair? And I'd say, oh, it's at my campsite, it's back behind the Fury hangar. And I never got to catch up with those people again. And it was unfortunate because really I brought the Corsair to show people and share. And I feel like my location maybe wasn't the best to really share with other people, but that's okay. Because when we showed up, Ben really wanted to work on putting together all of his Blue Angels and his F-16s, and that's great. I was totally fine with taking a back seat to him because he said he had this big project planned and need a little bit of secrecy, and I'm like, well, we probably don't want to be right on the main flight line, so it's okay. It's okay. After I tried to fly, I was able to swing back by the Horizon tent and had a great conversation with those guys, shot a little bit of video with them, their video. I haven't seen it posted on the web, so maybe sometime soon, but really great guys, and they really want to support the Top Flight brand, probably not kits. So if you find a kit, grab it. The expense and cost of the kits is problematic because they really don't see a whole lot of return for the tooling. The tooling You know, these are back before laser cutters and stuff. So it's not just about cutting the balsa and the ply, it's about the molds for the canopy, the molds for the cowling. Uh, a lot of these plastic parts, the molds are just old, and to be remade is impossible at this point. So that's why you're seeing the kits kind of go away, and you're seeing the ARFs sort of be sustained because those molds are a little bit different. Um, anyway, so some of my favorite highlights were number one, the Flex Innovation guys. These guys
If you ever thought live I didn't think you could get much higher than last time. That's to the moon.
Oh, he's crawling down.
Oh, holy moly. I just heard this might be a thing. Woo! Seeing an approach like that, that's what I'm talking about.
Another thing that I really remember well is just meeting a lot of great people. Got to see some absolutely amazing amazing machines. I got to see some fantastic big projects as well as small projects, and I got to live stream quite a bit, which I'm happy with. And I most of all, I got to spend time with friends and catch up with friends and see what they're up to, and meet. I met Terry Dunn for the first time when we had spoken, and I've been on the RC Roundtable podcast with Bugatti, but it was nice to finally meet Terry and let him see the Corsair and get his thoughts on it. Again, brought it to share. Anyway, I had a great time. There will be more projects coming, and when I get the tail gear wrapped up and I get it out to the field to fly, I plan on doing a whole comprehensive breakdown of everything, just a summary. Just a summary of everything that I've done to the Corsair to build it, to get it flying. You know, I really want to have full closure for this, and absolutely, I want to thank Grayson Hobby one more time. I'm sorry I didn't get to fly; it just wasn't safe. But I did tell everyone that, you know, this is powered by Grayson Hobby, and you know, I am still to this day looking at all of their stuff, thinking, oh my gosh, I want to build this plane, and this plane, and this plane, and this plane. It's just such a great bunch of guys to work with. So please check out Grayson Hobby. They're just wonderful people, and they deserve our business. So with that said, might be a little while before I post anything. You never know, I might announce a new project here or there. So talk to you guys later.